Hello and welcome to another video. Today I am driving from Darlington to Saltburn. It's a journey of 23 miles. I am using a class 33 green. This engine that I've got is 77 coaches long, well 77 trucks long, along with counting engines as well. It's got 9 engines and it's got 68 coaches. I'll show you in a minute when it gets through the station. It's still picking up speed. So this is Darlington. We're leaving Darlington now. It's only a 23-mile journey. There's not much to do. I've not been on for a while, so I just thought today I'd just pop on a video because I'm only staying on a short time on the Xbox. Other things to do. And I haven't, like I said, not posted anything for a while. I hope everyone's been well. It's a bit heavy outside. The weather's a bit heavy. It's overcast and it's horrible. Enough of that. Yeah, I call this train Oz. The coaches are painted in green with the yellow lines looking down like the yellow brick road from the Wizard of Oz. And they've got little patterns on the side, multicoloured patterns. That's all there is to it. I'll show you now once it gets out into the sunshine. Oh, there's 10. So that means there's 57, 67 coaches. Let's see. They're all in those colours, all the way along. It's an absolutely huge engine. It's a huge train, look, goes all the way past the back of the station. You know the only thing about this train? It's really hard to stop. I was driving it the other day from Carlisle to Preston and I got it up to 120 miles an hour. Now that's rare for a train this size, especially when it's a little diesel like this. Anyway, I come across a red light, so I slammed the brakes on. Believe it or not, when I slammed the brakes on, I was 2.9 miles away from the red light. And as I said, I was going at 120 miles an hour. And by the time I come to that light, before it failed my game and kicked me off, I was still doing 64 miles an hour. So it just shows you that the brakes aren't that great on this train, even though there's 10 engines. It was a nice train to build though. I mean, if you did the colours and the design, and the train was my idea. But I've also got I call it the Gizzard of Bob. It's the class 390 Avanti, and it's done in gold. It's really nice looking train. It's not all gold. There's various colours on there, but it looks really good, and I love it, and that can't half fly. I had that running at 140 miles an hour last night. Yeah, this train is a bit, it's very sluggish. It takes about 5 minutes to get going, and you have to keep putting sand under the wheels before it even takes contact. That's why when I had the when I first started the video, if you remember, it was on pause. I'd only just got it rolling and I'd been sat there 10 minutes. So I don't mind that so much, you know, it's not that bad. It's, it can be a bit annoying on a hill start, you know, an uphill start. It doesn't like going against the grain, but you know, it's what it does. I don't think anybody does it? But anyway, let's have a look at the scenery. I haven't driven this line for a while. There's not a great deal of you know, things going on in this level, in this route. It's a nice route. Don't get me wrong. You know, it's a nice route. It's one of those. It's one of those routes that there's not a lot going on. It's mainly works and industry and stuff like that. I think I'm not sure exactly when this route is set. I'm not sure what year. I know the Blackpool line is set in the 80s, before electrification, and the Liverpool Lime Street to Crewe line, that's set. Oh, that's very old. That's set about the 50s. You know, that line really needs updating. I've got a friend who works for Dovetail, and he was telling me that, you know, he's working on it. They're doing some updates to lines, certain lines. I'm not saying anything more about it, it's just all you know is a friend, you know, somebody I know personally. But I'm not telling you what it tells me, because it tells me in confidence, so staying that way. Yeah, so like I said, I've been running a few of my lines just lately. I ran this train on the Los Angeles line. I ran this on the Los Angeles line. It wasn't that great. It was annoying, to say the least. It's a really funny line, that. Anyway, let's get some power going. I've set the route through all the sidings. So, the siding is massive. I don't mind doing that now. It's more fun for me. Straight stuff in a straight line. stop. This is one of them trains that when you take the brakes off, it doesn't take them off completely. Unless it goes to, I don't know if you understand the circle where the speedometer is on the right hand side of the bottom of the screen. There's 4 little circles to the left of the main circle. The top one is brake pressure. The second one down is the brakes itself. That's the brake power. I'm not sure exactly what the other two mean. I don't bother watching them. But that second red one, when you put the brakes on, if you put the brakes on full, it goes right the way up to 70. That's 70 pounds of horsepower, braking horsepower. And then when you release it, it drops down. As it comes to a 0, that's supposed to release the brakes completely. On this one, on this train, you have to take it down to 0.1. There's a minus on it as well. That means the brakes are released completely. And if you don't rev the engine once you get to 0, it carries on braking. It's a bit weird really, you know, it's very strange, but there you go. Just a bit more understanding of, you know, how the game works really. Let's see where I'm up to. Works are, you know, what have you. I've never actually been to Darlington, and I know there's a lot of mills, well there were a lot of mines over here at one point. I don't know whether they're still going, but you know, they're still in all this industry. Whether they're still there or not, I don't know. But I'm not going to knock it because, you know, I'm all for a bit of business. Circle, second one down on the board I mentioned before, you see it climb to 18. It's now up to 23. That's the pressure it's putting on the brakes. time it gets to 70 and I can release it, it'll be down to 20 by the time it fully releases. You'll see what I mean anyway. There's full power. Right, I've released the brakes. I have to give it some power to stop it from going all the way to zero. Just walking on wheels and braking. So it's still wanting to stop. Tough little engine to run this. It may look easy. When we get to Saltburn, I'll show you the setup inside the cab. If you've not done this before, as a start-up, you know, I can take you right through it from start to finish. I actually like this train. It's a nice little, you know, nice little runner. Just with it being so big, it's so long, and, you know, it's slow. I'm not running a red light, ignore that. Because we're going off to the left, so the red light is right on only. Can't turn because there's speed being on. You know the idea. We run by the bales. Sorry about the cough. the back end of the train is still coming round at the moment. So I'm just getting round that corner. But it won't be long, you'll see me back out there. So I'm not worried about speeding anyway. It doesn't count the free road, because he's not from here. I like to keep me handy with keeping up to the speed time, up to the speed limits, because you know, sometimes I still do I do the actual proper runs now from the station. It just keeps me handy with it. 50 mile an hour corner, but anyway. Probably think the screen is the wheels of the bird. He is a 9-year-old canary. He's doing pretty well. He can't fly anymore. He's hardly getting feathers. But that's what happens to him, you know. The little balls like humans. I did have him in with another bird, a sparrow. But sparrows started attacking him. Because that's what happens in the wild. When a canary starts getting old, and they start going bald and can hardly fly, then you have to kill them. You know, the younger birds kill them. So that's a separate one. He's a nice old bird. He's had him a long time. I don't know how old he was when I got him. But I've had him 9 years. only young, when I got in. Well, looks like we're going through the depot. What about this? Last time I went through it derailed the train. So if it derails, don't worry about it. I don't think it will, like, but you never know. Just in case. Nope, we're going straight through. Sometimes I'll go through that one. I won't go through, get through all the different places, but I'll go on different ones certain times whenever I play this route. I'm always picking different line that I've been on before. Until I run out, of course. One of those lifting bridges for boats. You know, like the viaduct goes up and down with the boat on the top. It is. It goes to the lifting boat. I'm pretty sure that one might be a railway though. Because there's a river below, so yeah, I've seen them before. One in you ever go to Margate, I highly recommend it. I mean, it's a fiver to get in. It's really nice inside. You have to enter to a cafe. Oh, I tell you what, the coffee in there's gorgeous. It really is. It's not just like any normal, any coffee. It's really, really nice. It's a nice walk actually into the caves. From the seafood market. Where Dreamland is. It's about half a mile. From the seafood. It's a nice walk. It's a really nice walk, and it's not even hilly. It's not hilly at all. It's only like a low gradient. I mean, I have, as you know, I have COPD. That's not easy. And even I wasn't out of breath getting up there. We just did a nice slow walk. I'm looking forward to doing it again at some point. I'm not going this year, I'm going somewhere else. You'll see that when I put a video up on the channel. You'll see where I am, but I'm not telling you where I'm going. Just 9 miles away from Saltburn now. A very plain station, that is it. Out there. Not even a ticket office. Didn't read that one. winter, we had an outside loo. So when I'd done the fire, got the fire going and what have you, I used to run out to the loo, take some paper up, and I'd make a fire underneath the toilets without the ice. The fire didn't need long, melted the ice really quick. My mum used to say, climb up on the actual chamber pot and throw some salt in the system. I did that a few times and it worked, you know. It works. If you put some in the evening, it wouldn't freeze overnight. Most of the time, I always forgot the salt, so I just used the back and put it in the paper, melt the ice. Actually, all that was only 14 years old then, you know. Happy memories. Don't do any of that anymore, we know it was outside again, even have a chimney rest. No chimney on the roof either. Not central heating, barely needs it. The house is pretty warm considering, if it does get cold, we just throw some wood on it. Because we're not bothered about it, it's really effective. It's better for me if it's cooler anyway. The house will breathe warm. When it's really warm and stuffy, that's hard work. It can be hard work. I don't, we built the stirrer stuff when we were kids. It was, I mean, I don't live any of my sons are my age, I'm 66. So, it was a different time back then. It was different. It made you hardy and you hardened off to the world. Not to the people, everybody used to pull together in them days. You don't do it now, you don't get that community spirit. You do it, where I live at the moment, you do. We all help each other if we need it. But other than that, it was a different time back then. Coming to the end of this run now, we're only 5 miles away. I don't need to brake early because it's, I won't need to brake till I get to just above the last mile. I'm not going fast enough to do anything. And I ain't going to speed up now because there's not enough time. We're coming up to Saltburn, we're heading towards Saltburn now. More stations to pass, we're coming up to another one. It's about a mile away. About half a mile away. And then soon we'll be approaching Saltburn. And then I'll show you the start up to this engine. If you do play train sim and you quite like this train, it's pretty good. It's very strong, it's a really strong engine. can't get into platform 2. It won't let you. Whether platform 2 works or not, I don't know, because I've never been able to get myself for the train to go in there. You can try it all you like, and you know, it's never let me in, so I don't know. I think there might be a bug on that platform, but not that I'm worried. They've got rid of a lot of the bugs. They've been doing them. It's like in Los Angeles, there was a big hole in the floor, and if you walked anywhere near it, it used to suck you in. And there was one in Preston, near the post platform. That was another one that used to fall through the flooring. And I've noticed just recently as well, on the Milton Keynes to London Euston line, you don't finish up under the floor anymore, you know, under the map. That seems to have stopped as well. It was the same in Brighton, London Victoria to Brighton. There's a couple of areas there where you go under it goes under the map, and if you don't pull out, it crashes your Xbox. But it's only happened once since I did the update. They did an update about a week or so ago. It's only happened once since then. So it used to happen 3 or 4 times, like every time you come out of the tunnel. Another station. No, there's one here. No, I don't run this line very often. Right, 3 miles away now. What I'm going to do when we reach Saltburn platform, excuse me, instead of what I normally do is get out the cab and delete the train. What I'm going to do is I'm going to shut it down, I'm going to turn it off, I'm going to turn the engine off, and then I'm going to do the whole start up process from start to finish. And then, you know, you can see what it's like. I would do it out of the station, but it takes so long to get it going. You know, to get this train going. If I was to remove all the coaches and the other engines, it'd be a double book. I don't like breaking it up, you know. Anyway, we're nearly there now. We're on 3 miles. Show you anyway. It's very easy. It's a very easy start up, this one. There's one train that I can't remember what the number is on the train. You have to do, I think it's a B or 1 or something like that. And you have to do the gears manually, one at a time, and do the clutch. It's got a clutch in it. Well, not quite a clutch as in a car. It's got a manual gearbox, and you have to shut the engine off to change the gear. You know, and you have to do that, and it's got 4 or 5 gears, and you have to turn the power off every single time. It's so annoying. I don't drive it. I just don't drive it. I can't bring myself to drive it. It's not a case of that. I find it very dull. I don't like to be messing about. I like a train that I can get in, get it started and get gone. Do you know what I mean? You might be the same as me, but you might like a train like that. I'm not knocking it, you know. It's each to their own preference, isn't it? Right, 2 miles away. I'll just let it come in slowly. quite high on some of these levels. The highest I've been on is a 2.3. I've not seen anything higher than that. Still not the stage where we want to get there and out. Next one. Not finished stations. Anyway, never. Nearly there. Sue slows down this train. Still, it's been a nice leisurely drive, hasn't it? Nice and slow. I know it's not a long one. I could have done a 70-mile one. Should have done this big switch back. Forgot all about it. Never mind. Coming up to the station now. Sounds very tinny, doesn't it? You've got all that. All the vegetable plots in there. Not one greenhouse. No, not one greenhouse. What are you now anyway? Going over 10 miles an hour. Won't let me carry on, it'll stop and it'll take me ages to get it going again. how it's gone to minus 0.1. That means the brakes are off fully. There's no resistance whatsoever. If you leave them on 00, eventually it'll stop you. I just need enough power just to get me into the station. Right, just let me shut this down and then I'll show you the startup procedure. It's basically reverse of what I've just done. This stops the engine. Okay, so when you get in the cab, all you're doing literally is you start the engine. It only takes a minute. I think it's already running actually, but that doesn't matter anyway. Right, so what you do is you switch that on, then you come to these are the rear lights. Those go into red for the rear. That's like the markers at the back. And then you turn this on, this is the master key. You put this to forward, and there's your throttle. There's your brake. You wait for the signal to go green wherever you're going, and then you set your journey. You know, this would be, in this case, it would be here. Like that. See the marker? And then all you do is you release your brake. Like I said, this thing takes ages to start. But I'm not gonna, it won't move because once the light goes, you see the square box in the speedometer. Once that gets to 0, it goes white like that. You'll only do it on a certain amount. So what you do is, to get it going, you actually need to get it to there on power 4 and around 30, between 33 and 39 %. And then if you're lucky, if you watch the bottom of the screen where the ballast is in the bottom of the marker of the actual front of the engine, you watch that to see if it starts moving. After about 8 or 10 minutes, it'll start edging very slowly. So what you do is, as soon as it starts edging, you push this, that puts sand on the track, and you hold it. You hear the sand go, listen again, and then you release it. What that does is it just sprays a bit of sand underneath the wheels, or supposed to do. I don't think you never actually see it. It it comes out of that little, there's a little pipe here. You see that pipe there? You can't see because the with the lights. But if I get out of the cab, I'll just show you. Cause I've got a torch. The person that's carrying it's got a torch. Now, if I get down here and I do that, see that little pipe there? That one. That's the sander. That comes from the sandbox. The sand's in here, and you don't have to fill that. You know, that's just, it's only imaginary sand, but you can't even see it. It's that fine. But that's what gets the train going. Once it gets on there, it gets some grip onto the rail, and it pulls the train forward. Anyway, that's that. You know, you don't need to see any more. So I'll get rid of that because that's the end of the video. We're in Saltburn. If you enjoyed this, please give me a like. Come and subscribe if you haven't already. I've not been doing many train videos, but I will be doing some more. I've just not, I've been busy, and you know, I've had 1 or 2 things to do. So I've not done that much actually since last year. But I wasn't so great over the winter, like I said. But you know, I'm getting back into it. And if you want to see more, I will be doing more. I might even do another one tomorrow. Depends on how I feel. Anyway, that's the end of the video. I hope you've enjoyed this. Like I say, give me a like and subscribe. You don't have to. It's completely free anyway. But anyway, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one. I'm Lord Keith, and bye for now.